In the history of sports gaming, there really hasn't been a title this anticipated. NCAA 25 coming out in July. You have people all across the country drooling when they see the trailer, getting just so hype over all the different game modes that are going to be in it when it releases. And I really can't blame them. I would almost put myself in that box. I cannot wait for it to come out and to finally play it after 11 years. However, that being said, it's EA, and there are going to be ways that, they can mess it up and kind of throw it off the rails and maybe let a lot of people down. And really the first one and the main one is just the overall gameplay. People like NCAA 14 because of its arcade style and not really the super realistic, the cuts and spin moves are a little overpowered, but it's a fun game to play. It's a video game at the end of the day, and that's what people want. I'm going to compare it to Madden a lot because really Madden has become kind of scripted and the plays are cheesy. The game just doesn't feel like you're really the one control, at least in my opinion. And I really don't want power-ups either, like X Factor or whatever, giving one team a boost. And sure, you can have home field advantage, but that's about it. You can have star players, but I don't want power-ups where you get boosted because that just takes away from the kind of football aspect. I don't know, maybe it can be a toggle or something, but personally, I really don't want something like that. I just want the players playing out there. And also, in terms of microtransactions, first of all, just don't do a battle pass. There's absolutely nothing good that'll come out of it. Sure, you make some extra dollars, but the amount of hate people will have, especially you see like on NBA 2K at least, there's a battle pass this year and nobody likes it. Everyone's complaining at them. It just kind of ramps up the hate towards them if you have this battle pass, paid, free version, whatever. It's really not a good look for the game, and they'll have enough sales off rip that I don't even think they need that money. But really, there's gonna be currency purchases in Ultimate Team. I mean, I don't blame them. That's kind of the tamest way to get that extra money, and they're like, it's gonna happen. But there has to be opportunities for free-to-play players, and I cannot stress this enough. There needs to be challenges or just something in general where these free-to-play players can earn good cards. They don't need to be the greatest cards. They don't need to be the 99s that the YouTubers who spend thousands of dollars are getting. They just need to be able to compete without spending any money. And 2K has kind of fallen off in that aspect. It used to be a lot better about providing challenges. I love long grinds where I don't have to spend anything, but at the end, I have a great card to show for it. And they just need opportunities like that, and I don't really know how well NCAA 14 did that in the past, but I know that they have a great chance to increase their reputation, I guess, in the Ultimate Team community by just giving these free-to-play players something to grind for and something that they can have a good team as well, instead of just being stuck with the golds until they actually dig into their wallet and spend money on packs where still you probably have a very slim chance of getting a good player. You need these long grinds. I can't stress it enough. And also, they need to stick with what they know. Of course, people are going to be excited for Road to Glory and Dynasty because those are the flagship modes of this game. And they really shouldn't try to go over the top. They shouldn't try to add modes like, the Yard in Madden, where really no one likes it. It's taking resources and time away from the company that could be spent on something that people want. However, that being said, I do obviously really want Mascot mode to stay in because that's just a stupidly fun game to mess around in with your friends. And that's not an extra mode because it was in NCAA 14, and obviously people love that game still to this day. So, myself included, kind of almost copy over NCAA 14 in some ways, update graphics, but the game modes are a hit in that game, so I don't see why you should change it because that's what people are expecting. They have to pay attention to the general atmosphere, online, on Twitter or whatever. A lot of games ignore their fan bases, ignore what they're trying to tell people, like the developers when they see posts about this bug or posts that they want this. I'm not saying you have to include every single, thing that people want, but if there's a general consensus, at least if it's a small change, at least consider it, I really think that would be helpful with the game if it comes out and it has the things that people actually want, and not just things that the developers think people want, but in reality we're just a waste of time all along. Obviously this goes along pretty much with gameplay, is that there shouldn't be spammy plays that are just completely broken like there have been in Maddens recently. And I'm not going to go and say that NCAA 14 didn't have forwards and other plays where the tight end is wide open where you can do hot routes, but I just need them to try their best to keep it balanced, because obviously people are gonna try to win. There's always in games where people don't have fun, they just try everything to win for whatever reason. So they really have to try to do their best to patch all those bugs and patch the cheesy plays that will destroy online gameplay. In terms of the dynasty mode, really what I want is just a kind of difficulty range where there's some people that like that tedious kind of grind where you recruit, you go very deep, and I want them to add that for the sake of the people that like that kind of game mode where you have all these intricacies that you need to keep track of. But on the other hand, myself, I want kind of a surface level dynasty playthrough where you can recruit a little bit, it's automated, but you kind of just see how your team plays out, whether you sim it or play it yourself, offensive coordinator. There needs to be that kind of range of difficulties in the game modes, and that includes Road to Glory. Road to Glory in NCAA 14 was obviously super successful, but it got a little tedious. In high school you need these offers, but you just play the game over and over again. Obviously people want to go to college, and the high school, it takes a while. And I'm not saying obviously remove high school or anything, there just needs to be a range to support all the types of different players that are going to come to this game. There's obviously people that have never played NCAA 14 that are new to this game, like 9-year-olds for example. So there needs to be kind of an entry level and then an intermediate and advanced, just to kind of make it fun for everyone and make sure that people keep playing in their respective modes regardless of how skilled they are or how much time they want to spend on a specific mode. That's going to do it for today. I really just kind of wanted to talk over what I wanted for this game and what I could see happening, and I really do have faith in them that they're going to make changes that will actually be good for the game and will help people stay attached to the game and not necessarily start hating on it, and that people are going to hate no matter what. But I have faith in EA that they're going to do the right thing and implement modes and spend their time and money wisely so that in July we get a polished game with no bugs or minimal bugs that is fun to play for a long time and is not pay to win it. But that's all for today, so thanks for watching.